Hey Harry Potter fans, Peter Kenneth here. Welcome back to the Potter Collector channel where we are a community of collectors. Today is part 2 of a 3-part series of rare books in my collection. Today we talk about other rare translations. We talked about the Big 6 last time in part 1. If you have not seen that, check it out right up here. The Big 6 are what I classify as the 6 hardest to find translations in the entire wizarding world. One thing about rarity is rarity does not necessarily mean a book is valuable, and vice versa. If a book is valuable, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's rare. But in the case of Harry Potter books, rarity does usually mean that the book holds some form of value. I'll go over values a little bit. It's a very rough estimate. They may sell for less, they may sell for more. So these are just rough estimates of value on translations, kind of what to expect if you're looking to purchase one. You may not see some translations in here that you thought were rare. Those are the ones that are rare because they are in a particular country and you can only get them in that country. So I'm not going to show those because the book itself isn't necessarily rare, but some translations are rare to find as well as rare to find in their particular country. Those I have pulled. I may have missed some. I have 1,200 Harry Potter books, but I've pulled as many as I could for this video. There's no set order on what books I'm going to be showing you, so I will just show you, and the first one that's right here is the first edition, first printing Czech. This is Philosopher's Stone in Czech, and you may be wondering, what is Harry wearing on his head? There's a top hat with lips. Pretty crazy. This is actually the first state of the first printing, first edition. The second state has the Harry Potter logo that we all know. This was changed to the Harry Potter font, but they still had the top hat, sorting hat, with the lips, then created a third state of the cover with a silver wizard hat. This book is very hard to find, especially in unread condition. This book in this condition would easily sell for 500. Next up is the very silly Italian cover, the glasses-less Harry cover. As you can see, Harry does not have glasses on. They later changed this at J.K. Rowling's request. They also changed the author to J.K. Rowling and removed Joe's full name as the author of the book. These books have been known to sell in the $400 to $1,000 range based on condition. This book holds a very special place in my heart because this was the last translation that I needed to have every single Harry Potter book translation. If you have not seen that video of me finding this book and quite literally freaking out when I opened it, you can check it out right up here. Malayalam Chamber of Secrets. The publisher Manjul only printed 2 books, Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets in Malayalam. And this is a very rare book. I would guess this is as rare or more rare than Philosopher's Stone Malayalam. The next 4 books are in the same language, Macedonian. So we have Macedonian Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, and Order of the Phoenix. Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows are not rare because a new publisher had taken over after they published the first 5, all in paperback form, and there are a lot of these hardcovers of Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows that are still available to purchase today. But these books here are probably as rare as the Philosopher's Stone translation in Macedonian, which happens to be one of the Big 6 hardest to find translations. But while they are as rare as Philosopher's Stone, they are not as valuable. There are a lot of Philosopher's Stone translation collectors. There are not a lot of collectors who go for all 7 books. So that puts a premium on all of the book 1 translations. I would estimate that these books would sell anywhere between $200 and $300 a piece, whereas book 1 would sell in the $800 to $1,500 range depending on condition. And that just goes back to what I was saying before about how rarity does not necessarily mean value and value doesn't necessarily mean rarity. The first 5 Macedonian books I would consider to all be rare, kind of similar in rarity. However, there's a lot more demand for Philosopher's Stone. Next up is Icelandic, the first printing Icelandic. Many collectors call this the Joanna book because there was a misprint. Joanna Rowling was credited as the author of the book, not Joanne Rowling. This was very quickly changed to J.K. Rowling in the second state of Icelandic. Both of these are very rare. However, the Joanna book is more rare. There have been no confirmed print runs. Translations are hard when it comes to print runs, especially the older books. Joanna would probably sell in the $600 to $800 range. J.K. Rowling, she would sell for the $200 to $500 range. Here we have Hungarian, the first printing of Hungarian, also known as the Indiana Jones Hungarian, because the writing is similar or exactly the same as Indiana Jones. This is a fun book for sure. Very pretty cover. I love the artwork on this one. You can find these on eBay in the $70 to $125 range when available on eBay. I've talked a lot about this book in the past and past videos. This is the first printing of Chamber of Secrets, the Canadian edition. I have talked about the Blue Board book before. Very quickly, the first printing of Philosopher's Stone, the hardcover, comes in blue boards. However, it's not actually a first, I mean, it is a first printing, but the number line goes from 10 to 2, which would mean it would be a second printing, but there never was a first printing. So the second printing is really the first printing when it comes to Philosopher's Stone. But Chamber of Secrets, they continued on with the blue board and silver lettering on the spine, but this is a first printing of the Chamber of Secrets blue board book. I am still looking for the second printing of Philosopher's Stone. Next up is Faroese, or how I like to pronounce it, Faroese. The hardcover Faroese edition is the hard one to find. Books 2 through 7 are not hard to find. They are actually still available to purchase. However, I have heard that they stopped printing them and they are going to go into paperback format. So if you would like to buy a Faroese set, I suggest you purchase 2 through 7 now. If you type in Harry Potter Faroese in Google, you can even just copy and type this title in Google, and some Faroe Island stores will show up for where you can purchase these. The publisher stopped printing hardcovers of Philosopher's Stone fairly early on, so this is a difficult one to find. You can find paperbacks very easily, but the hardcover of Philosopher's Stone is in high demand and will sell in the $400 to $500 range. There are 2 translations left, both of which are in the same language, and that is Urdu. This is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban in Urdu, and then Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire in Urdu. Both of these have become very, very scarce. You can find Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets fairly easily if you have patience to find those, but these are very hard to find. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is the only one of the 4 that Oxford University Press printed in hardcover format, and when they show up, they have been selling for $500 to $600. You may remember seeing this book if you are a follower on Instagram. This was one of the last translations that I needed to find. It was this and Malayalam Chamber of Secrets that I needed to find. Finally, a follower of mine said, "Hey, I've got the book, do you want it?" And I said, yes, I want it. So I was able to get this book from them. What's so weird about the Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire Urdu is that there are less collectors looking for these, right? So the demand isn't as high as with Philosopher's Stone, for example, but there are more Philosopher's Stone books available that the price has been kept down fairly significant. So you can buy a Philosopher's Stone in Urdu for, you know, $75 to $150 depending on condition. But with these, the demand is low, but the price is so high because there are so few of them. So even with the low demand, there aren't enough copies to fill that demand. So when this book is available, it goes like that for $400 to $600. I hope that you guys enjoyed part 2 of the rare books in my collection. Part 3 will be next. If you have any questions about Harry Potter books or books that you saw today, please leave a comment below. I will try to get back to your comment. Send me an email at thepottercollector.com. No, that's wrong. thepottercollector@gmail.com. Or you can contact me on Instagram at thepottercollector. Now it's time to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, keep collecting. here is the uncorrected proof or advanced reader copy of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. You may notice that this has a bunch of diamond patterns on it. Why does it not have cover art? Because Mary Grant Prey had not finished the cover art. Do you know why? Because they changed the publishing date of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. They made it earlier than it was expected to be published. So Mary Grant Prey had not finished the cover art yet. So they used this diamond pattern on the Advanced Reader Edition. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. You can subscribe right up here. You can also look at some previously posted content down here. If you have any questions about Harry Potter books or collecting, please feel free to contact me. I'm always happy to help. But for now, I must go. See you next time.
Whoa, where'd he go?